Oh my gosh, hello everybody. Hi. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to be back and for you guys to see my actual VTuber model. For those of you who don't know, this is what I normally look like. I'm Emiris the Catboy, and it's so good to be back from my vacation with my best friend Spartan Glitches. I was gone for about a month and a half, and then in that time, I started making a lot more videos and posting on YouTube, doing shorts, as you guys have seen in the comments below. I'm so excited that you guys really like what I'm doing, and so excited to share what I can with you guys. With that being said, let's start with some of the ground rules. For starters, I am a semi-professional esports player for Marvel Rivals, and I have been a professional, semi-professional esports player for other games like Smite 1, and I'm a Smite 2 founder, with a little bit of dabble in Overwatch 1 and 2. So I know a little bit about the competitive scene and a little bit about Marvel Rival comp and everything. I took a little sabbatical for the month while I was gone playing Marvel, so I haven't played it recently, but I already got back to Grandmaster, so we win some and we lose some. But what can you expect from my content? That's the big question. Why should you want to follow me and keep up with what I'm doing? What makes me so special? Well, short answer is nothing. And that's why. Because I am going to bring you guys into all of my games and bring you into the inside of what I should be, or what I should do, and or what you can do to improve your gaming skills. And or I also do a little bit of everything else, like art and singing. My new song Burning Desires just released yesterday, so go check that out if you haven't already. And that song was a very emotional and vulnerable song for me to write. It's about my breakup, my last breakup, where I basically write about how this guy claims that he wants to be with me and claims that he's going to do all these things for me. But then when it's time for him to put his money where his mouth is, he backs out completely. And the song goes into how relevant words are to a relationship. So the main chorus is, you talk the talk, but now let's walk the walk on your so-called burning desires. And I think this is something anyone who has ever had a breakup can relate to. It is something that I think is very common in relationships, where you have this one person saying all these wonderful, beautiful things to you, but then when it comes time to put actions behind those, they end up falling short. So if you haven't checked it out, go for it. It's kind of like a mixture between a pop, dubstep. I got a lot of inspiration for the beat from Geometry Dash, and some other like video game-esque things. So hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already seen it, make sure to like that video because I put a lot of work into it, and I really am proud of how it came out for like my first like big release. I also do other songwritings as well, like I did Anxiety, well actually, and Honorary God. I'm not the best singer sometimes. I like to think I can sing, but sometimes I fall short. So with that being said, I would love to see what you guys want to hear me write about, or if you have any comments about what you feel like you've gone through, put those in those videos. Make sure you comment under those videos. Any comments and liking or viewing helps it so much with the algorithm. So that's the singing aspect and the gaming aspect. I also do a little bit of art. I draw every now and then. I am nowhere near some of the amazing artists in this world. But I draw a little bit here and there. Like last night, I just put up a little goofy email of me and one of my other really good friends doing a little foot licking email. It was so funny. The chat loved it. I go live on Twitch almost every day, and it helps me out so much to see you guys there, chatting with me, talking with me, asking questions. Depending on what I'm doing, I'll either respond super fast, but that's why I have redeems below to make it to where the game will actually talk for you. So there's like a little text-to-speech thing that I recommend anyone using. It's very cheap, 5 points, just that way you can kind of like, if it's important or you have a genuine question and I can't look at the screen, you guys can just talk about it. What else? I also have a Discord server where you can ask and suggest things to play, like games and such, or give me art ideas. I'm always willing to meet new community members, but just know there is a boundary and I can't get to every person. My DMs can get really overwhelming sometimes, so I try my best to respond to everyone I can, but sometimes they fall between the cracks. Like even one of my best friends in the world, he messaged me and I didn't realize it until like the next day. I'm like, oh shoot, but we had spoken verbally between then. So yeah, there's all of that. I also do have, Hold on, let me pause for a second. This is like my second time doing a video like this, so I get a little, I'm a little overwhelmed trying to think of all the points to talk about. I do a lot of spitballing. This is like all like, I don't have anything in front of me. I don't have a script. I'm not reading things off. Which leads me into the next thing. I used to be an actor growing up IRL, and I used to perform in front of thousands of people, in person. And I did that all the way up until I was later teen, and then COVID hit, and that's when it really stopped, you know. I stopped performing and doing all that stuff. So I do have some acting skills behind my belt, and that's why a lot of music I do is a lot more like emotional, dramatic, you know, it's a little bit extra. That's why I'm a little bit extra. My voice is this naturally high because I was trained by a well-renowned company to have this higher pitch voice for certain roles that I would be later getting. Something like, "Oh, don't worry, hero. You guys got this." Or, "My princess, how far art thou? Are you okay?" You get the idea. I do this a lot. This is my real voice. Gosh, I am just all over the place. I promise as I do this more and more, I will get better. But thank you guys so much for bearing with me. And I'm just so grateful for every single one of you. But if you have any questions, oh, hold on. My VTuber model. Haha, my last thing. So, my VTuber model actually has some toggles to it. And if you don't know what toggle means, it means that my model can actually do different things. Like, for example, it can do that. So I can move my mask off. I can get all serious. I can get all mad and everything. I also can turn Midnight Zone, where I glow. I love this one. I also can cry. Wah, wah. And I also can blush. And then my pupils can go away. We're gonna change that later on. My pupils disappear. And then my tail's gone. But I like my tail, so I'm gonna keep it. I also have a whole lore video I am working on, and I will be posting later in the week, hopefully, where I will tell you in detail of my lore of my character and who Cameros is at his core values, and what he stands for, what he believes in. But I'm also totally interested in hearing what you guys think of me. So put down your comments below and I will be sure to answer them as honestly as I can. And if I don't answer them in text, I'll make sure to add them into the next video. I'm planning to do this at least once a week to kind of do like a weekly cap. There's a lot of things going on in my circles right now that I really want to talk about. Like from the Marvel Rival esports scene and what happened with Kingsman. I really want to get into that. Also want to talk about some of the things that NetEasy's doing with Marvel and some other games like League of Legends, Valorant, Dead by Daylight, so on and so forth. Like, I want to also do game news. I also am going to continue doing covers, even if they don't get as much traction. I do want to keep doing it because it is something I'm very passionate about doing. So we are now reaching the 8-minute mark. I love you all very much. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you hopefully in my streams. The link for my Twitch will be down below. Okay, have a meowtastic day. That's something I see on the sideline, by the way. And have a meowtastic day. Bye!